What is going on, shrimp keepers? He left his cell phone behind him. But anyway, we just finished the awards for the shrimp contest. I'll put this in this video. Somebody took a video of it. I'm gonna get it off them. But I want to show you guys the American shrimp contest. A lot of entries, a lot of beautiful shrimp. We had some amazing winners. And so I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this and see what we were able to put together in such short notice. But thank you to everyone that participated, that judged, that sponsored, Dennerley, JBJ, Flip Aquatics, UNS, a lot of big sponsors, and thank you guys so much. I know that it kind of just got thrown together, but we pulled it off. People like Jerry, Flores Papa Shrimp, Grant Eater, Shelby Eater, a lot of people came together, Eric Lucas, to make this all possible. And so I'm excited to show you guys some of the best shrimp here in the United States. Well, this is what we got going on for the American Shrimp Contest. This is where we just did our announcements. And there's Jadrin Aquatics taking a nap. And so we got a couple people here, so I'll wait for a little bit. But again, you know, we definitely sponsored the show. We had JBJ sponsoring the show. We see Shrimp King all over the place. UNS donated all the tanks, lights, and filters. And so a lot of people came together to make this all possible. And it's just a phenomenal thing. So I'm gonna give it a little bit, let it calm down over here, and then I will show you guys all. Right, so I almost forgot to do this video. They're getting ready to start breaking down. I need to get this video rolling. So I'm gonna start this video and we're gonna roll on through it and see some really sweet shrimp. I'll point out the winners and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna start with tank 1. This is Neocaridina Solid. These are bred by Eric Lucas. Nice blue dream or fantasy blue. We got Eric Lucas over here, number 2. Some nice yellow neos. And you can see all the scores here. So this one scored pretty good. It's got good color and everything like that. They're just on the smaller end. Same thing with this one, got an 8, just because they're on the smaller end. We got either some, looks like fire reds. Some fire reds back there. These are by Felix. So shout out to Felix, one of our breeders. Grant Eater brought these in. These are gorgeous. These are some nice black rose. These things are just beautiful. They're so dark they blended in the substrate. And he got a 9 on this tank. Next up, this was the show winner right here. This was best of the best. We got a solid 10 out of 10. So Grant won the show with these. Look at these guys. Yellow neos aren't the easiest things to breed, and these guys are huge. And one of them is such a big male that it actually looks like a female. So just absolutely crazy. My dude Lucas Brett's LRB Aquatics, he submitted these guys. These are some yellow neos as well. Real beautiful shrimp. Got some buried ones in there, and really cool. And then the next tank, another one by Lucas Brett's. Some really nice PFRs. He's got really nice cherry shrimp, painted fire reds. I mean, they're gorgeous. Like, look at this male. This male's nice too. But he got a 8.25, and he actually won the first international contest, at least the Neo category with them. Now these ones are nice too. These are like a carbon Rilly. So these ones are in the Rilly class, and that was Gary Kem. So shout out to Gary, got a 7.25. We got some orange Rillies over here. These ones are a little on the small side, but really good color. You can see they have really good color. I mean, that one's got kind of a clear patch on the cheek, but doing really good. So those are from Grant Eater, 7.16. We got some red Rillies here. These are these are bred by Grant Eater as well. Really cool. These ones, empty. We'll move down. We got some more Rilly patterns in here. These look like carbon Rillies with a blue color to them. And these were by Gary Kem. He got a 6 out of 10, probably because the patterns didn't match up. You got to make sure you're submitting ones that are large, and you know, make sure they're the same size, the same pattern, things like that. So they must have just been pretty inconsistent. And then you move on over to the crystal category, and these were submitted by Eric Lucas, and he got an 8.08 on these guys. And they got really good leg color, really good pattern, a little bit difference in the pattern, but the colors are solid, so I'm surprised he didn't score higher. Then over here we got some more either PRL or crystal blacks, or by PRL I mean PBL. Another really beautiful shrimp, and just really cool. So we got some really good breeders over here in the US. And we got some Santa crystals. These were bred by Robert Bloomfield, so shout out to Robert. Thank you for submitting some entries. And just really pretty. Love these guys. I love the color on them. And these were bred by Felix. They're actually crystal reds. I like the no entry pattern. I actually like the more red to white ratio. But these ones scored a 6.16. And I think it's because, you know, you can see there's some patchy colors in there. Like this one is gorgeous, like an absolute beauty, but the others aren't as beautiful, and like, you know, they got a little bit different of a pattern. And then you jump over here, and these ones are bred by Grant, and these got an 8.25, and the size is good, the patterns are good, they all kind of look the same. We always judge the best 3, and so somebody will submit a group of like 5 or 6, and we'll judge the best 3 out of that. And these, you know, look really good. And this one might have lost some points because it looks like a bunch of females in there. Then these are some nice deep blue bolts. These got 7.83, probably because you're seeing that one that's got a little bit different color to it facing us. But look at them shrimp. Fanning their eggs, moving around. Beautiful. And you guys know, blue's one of my favorites. Another one by Eric Lucas. These are Red King Kongs, but they have that like red wine pattern to them, so they're really pretty shrimp. And it's not really easy to breed that color out. As you can see, all of them have, these look really good. Another buried one right there. And he got a 6.16 on this. And I would have to see why, because I mean, it's probably mainly because of the color, or not the color, the size. Maybe they're a little on the slow side, or small side. But just an absolute beautiful shrimp. And this is the Taiwan Bees. I think these are just regular red pandas, so like the Red King Kong mix. These got an 8.25. They're a little on the small side, but they all match in pattern. You can see these two are pretty much identical. And just, again, just a classic, a really good shrimp, fun one to breed. And people always like that red and white. Next up, Grant bred these ones as well. These are some blue bolts, or these are the blue bolts or blue steel. I think they're blue bolts. But just a real pretty shrimp, and that's like a really good looking male right there. So these ones scored a 7.83. Next up, this is one of my favorite shrimp of the contest, orange-eyed red tiger. I mean, you never see that. Like, these guys are really tough to breed, and so this is one of the highest contenders. This one had a 9.08. And so this one was bred by Eric Lucas, another, you know, just a phenomenal breeder. You've heard his name a number of times. Just a really, really good shrimp. These guys are
orange-eyed blue tigers. I think they might be something different because they all have a little bit different color. But to me, it looks like an orange-eyed blue tiger, but it might be some type of mix. No, I don't know. But he scored an 8.41, and probably it's because the colors are a little bit different. The size is pretty good, and just a different shrimp you don't see too often. Next up is one of my favorites of all time, Royal Blue Tiger. I absolutely love these guys. They have such a deep, dark color, and these are bred by Robert Bloomfield. He scored an 8.83, which is very good, so love them. Now, right next to him, you see the exact same thing. These are actually Grant Eaters. The difference is these ones are a little bit bigger, and so these ones scored a 9.33 versus an 8.83. And so, again, just one of my favorite shrimp of all time. This is how I got my wife right here, believe it or not. If I never bred these, I probably would have never met her. And you know, good things happen. Next up, now these are some orange-eyed blue tigers. I think these are just gorgeous. These ones only scored a 7.16, but I mean, just the color on these are phenomenal. Like, anyone would be happy with these shrimp. I'm guessing it scored low because, you know, you can kind of see the one close to us has a little bit different pattern than the one behind it. They all kind of have different shades of color, so there's a lot of things that go into it, but I would definitely take shrimp like this. Beautiful shrimp. And these guys are actually red fancy tigers. They actually look like Nancy tigers, or Nanasi, and just a beautiful shrimp. The Nanasi comes from the back pattern where it's got the 3 stripes going on. These are we'll wait for this announcement to get over. Well, we'll just go. These guys are just a beautiful shrimp. And the cool thing about these, they actually won Best in Show, or not Best in Show, Fan Favorite. So shout out to Eric Lucas for breeding these guys because everyone loved them. And these guys were in 2nd place for Fan Favorite. These are the boas. So these are actually black galaxies. And there's one in here that's got like a really nice blue color. I think it's this one. It might have lost it a little bit overnight. But that thing is gorgeous. Like, that's like a $400 shrimp right there. That's just a beautiful. And you see there's one back there. It's got a bunch of eggs. These scored a 9.0. So these ones are really cool. These ones are Red Devils, maybe, something like that. These are a crossbreed, so I'm not 100% sure what they are, but they're bred by Robert Bloomfield. Again, he scored a 6.6 on these guys. Really pretty. These guys are Red Steels. They scored a 7.75, bred by Eric Lucas, and really cool, kind of different shrimp. I like the head color on them. You don't see them very often, and so these guys are big and beautiful. You can see they pop on the camera, and they're doing a good job at being a photo shoot right now. Next up, these scored an 8.83. These are blue steels. And you can see, like, they just have great color to them. These scored an 8.83. I imagine why they didn't get any higher is because when you look at them, the patterns are kind of a little different. This one kind of matches this one, but they do have good size. They're not easy to breed. It's tough to get the colors out of them, so very cool. So that's what we got for the shrimp contest. We had 32 entries, so super successful. Really excited for it. And huge shout out again to all the volunteers, especially Jerry, Papa Shrimp, Grant Shelby Eater, Eric Lucas, who's right here, for participating. So turned out to be a good show. And a huge shout out to Flip Aquatics for being a part of the event too. You guys know we got predatory fins here trying to catch these fish out of this tank. First of all, this dude's jacked. Well, these are all albino fish. He's got the turtle in there, red-tailed catfish, gar. Beast mode. Then they got this huge container they use to transport them. Looks like you got one. Oh, dude, that turtle was awesome. Oops, sorry, my camera. I was so infatuated by what was going on. I didn't know what my camera was doing. By the way, I'm exhausted, so please forgive my speech. Alright guys, so just finished up. Shrimp contest was awesome. I actually just ran into my buddy Terry.
He's right there. And we've got Amanda right here. We'll show her. Amanda, show your baby bump. Oh, there's my baby. So, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. I know I've been putting out a lot of videos lately. I'm sorry for that. It's been crazy busy, but we're getting back into it. So, I'll see you guys on the next video, but thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.